Hey guys, welcome back to the JTO channel. And obviously, this is a match preview for tomorrow's game, Chelsea versus Leicester City. 19th place Leicester City at Stamford Bridge, Saturday. Normal kickoff time, 3 p.m. You know, the classic Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff time. You know, that's the way it should be. That's the norm. You know what I'm saying of football, Saturday football. So yeah, hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully, obviously we win. Obviously, we're going to talk about, Leicester a bit and their struggles and whether Brendan Rodgers is going to be in trouble this season, which, based on the start of their season and the transfer window, it looks like it could be. Chelsea, obviously, Thomas Tuchel's presser and injuries and lineup predictions and score predictions, all that stuff. And we're going to get all into it, delve deep into it. And yeah, if you do enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, follow my social media down below. And yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I want to talk about Leicester City for a bit here, starting off with actually what I just saw a couple minutes ago. So it's been going around Twitter that Wesley Fofana on Instagram posted on his story a caption saying, "All I want to do is leave Leicester and join Chelsea," and he added the club. And then obviously, when you go to it again, it says the story is unavailable. Now I'm seeing a lot of people saying this is true, but I'm also seeing a lot of people saying this is fake. This is not what was said. It's a tough one to really digest. I've also seen a tweet saying that it's fake. What he really deleted was like a caption of, I think it showed like 3 players. He was one of them, and it was showing like games and maybe like a prediction thing that he deleted or something like that. So this Wesley Fofana saga is just taking a turn. We don't know whether he's actually told Leicester City on it, whether he's actually taking it to Instagram to say, Leicester City, please get me out. You know, like when Maitland-Niles last season, I don't know if you guys remember, Maitland-Niles last season, around this time last summer, was in a situation where he wasn't playing games at Arsenal and he wasn't happy about it. And he took to Instagram to say, just let me leave Arsenal. He was just like, just please let me go. Like, can I please leave so I can go play football? And I think he added the club, and that went all over Twitter, all over media. Like, that was crazy. It looks like Fofana may have done the same, but I'm not quite sure in terms of that. When you look at Leicester City start to the season, in the last game, they lost 2-1 to Southampton. Considering they were 1-0 up, and they bottled the lead, and really really poor. I think their first game of the season, they were 2-0 up against Brentford, and they ended up drawing 2-2. Also, as well, they lost 4-2 to Arsenal. So one thing I will say is defensively, they're really leaking. Excuse me. On top of that, they've lost their captain, their goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel. So that's a big one, man, for the leadership, for the role he played in the dressing room, considering he's been there for so many years, won a title at Leicester City as well, one of the few players alongside Vardy and etc. that, won the title for Leicester City. And it feels like with Brendan Rodgers, he's taken them as far as he can. I think it's one of those ones where now Leicester as a club have just stagnated. It feels like Brendan Rodgers did everything he could. He got them into Europe. He got them fighting for top 4 in back-to-back seasons, and they ended up not finishing in the top 4. They ended up finishing 5th. He got to a European semi-final, for God's sake, guys. Like, he's taken them as far as he can, and if I was him, I think I'd walk, because he hasn't been back this window. The squad's not good enough. Wesley Fofana is literally gone on like turmoil, pretty much. Like, he's not involved in training. He's been training with the under-23s. It looks like he is really forcing his move to Chelsea, which is stressing the club out. And now Rodgers is starting to admit, okay, yeah, we might have to sell him, of course. So hopefully Leicester do start, just cooperating with us and just being like, okay, 75 million, okay, we'll take that, or we'll take 77 with like add-ons or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of stress around the club, and I'm fearing for them this season, man. I'm not gonna say I'm fearing for them to the point of relegation, because I still think they have quality players. Depending on if they leave or not. For example, Tielemans might leave. We still don't know yet. He's available for 25 million, but he could just go on a free next summer. But they've still got top players, They've still got Ndidi. They've still got Tielemans. They've still got Maddison, who I think is injured. They've still got Vardy. Do you get what I'm saying? They still have James Justin, Castagna, the Belgian international. Ricardo Pereira, Johnny Evans at the back. On paper, their team is actually still decent, but they just haven't strengthened it. Their squad's not looking great. It's looking all over the place. They're not spending money. Fofana wants to leave. It looks like Rodgers has taken them as far as possible, so I fear for him this season, and I think he could get sacked. So we'll see what happens in terms of that. But if there's a team that's in more mess than us at the minute, it's probably them. And that's why I'm really confident for this game, because as much as, yes, we didn't play well against Leeds, I really expect us to bounce back in this game. Will we be able to? Can we put up a performance? Now, even if we win this game, I'm not going to take it as okay, I will say, let's build on this, but I'm not going to say, oh, all of a sudden, like, we're back, or all of a sudden it's like, okay, Chelsea are back to normal, we're back to standards being set and all that, because Leicester's not, for me, not really a test like that. People expected Leicester to be a test for Arsenal. Arsenal wiped the floor with them 4-2, bro. Wiped the floor with them. Now, I'm not saying we should wipe the floor with them, even though I don't think we will, because we can't score goals. But we should be able to dominate the game, keep possession, be defensively solid. They're clearly leaking goals, guys. Like I said, they were 2-0 up against Brentford, ended up drawing 2-2. They were 1-0 up against Southampton, ended up losing the game. At the back, they're leaking. Their backup goalkeeper, Daniel Ward, I'm pretty sure it is, not good enough. We need to be on it tomorrow. We need to put up a performance tomorrow. We need to step up. Certain players need to step up and, show that they deserve to be in this team. Otherwise, you need to get dropped and, let next man get involved and give them a chance, if you know what I'm saying, guys. So, in terms of Thomas Tuchel's press, obviously, when you look at it, you've got Kovacic, who obviously came back this week, and I think people were fearful that he obviously got rushed back from injury, which, it wouldn't surprise me if he was, but at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, he's been out for the best part of like 3 weeks now, just around there, 2-3 weeks now. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe he is okay. Maybe he's just back to gaining fitness again. That's what it feels like. Thomas Tuchel did say in his presser that he can only play 20 minutes, which is understandable. But to me, I'm not sure if he's gonna get involved at all tomorrow. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if Kov is gonna play tomorrow, even if he makes the bench. So yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of that. Kante, man, he's out for a month. Tuchel said he's gonna be out for weeks, 4 weeks plus, definitely. It's not a surprise. I'm honestly not surprised. I remember when he was originally injured, I said, don't be surprised if he's not back until maybe October. Don't be surprised if he misses the whole of September, guys. And it looks like he is going to miss pretty much the whole of September. I guess the one positive from this is he doesn't have to go to France for internationals. Obviously, when they do the Nations League and stuff like that, One thing I'm hoping for all these players, like every single one of them, is they're all fit when it's the World Cup. Like, I really hope for their sake, because you guys need to understand, footballers are probably starting to think about the World Cup right now, and they're going to be cautious about maybe the way they play, maybe not do certain things or take certain risks that they might. But I'd like to think they're professionals and, put that to the side for 1 second. But they're also human beings. So it wouldn't surprise me if they are thinking about the World Cup, which is making them cautious and thinking, okay, I can't take any risks here. I'm going to, when I'm on the pitch, I might have to play it safe at times. Especially as we get closer to the World Cup, I feel like players will start doing things safely and not taking too many risks, in my opinion. But, yeah, Kante out for a month. We need a midfielder. How many times do I have to say it? We need a midfielder, guys. We need one. Whether that's Frankie de Jong, which it looks like that's not happening because he is going to take a wage cut and stay at Barcelona. So it's not looking good, guys. It's really, really not looking good. And another thing I'd like to say is Thomas Tuchel out for this game got suspended because of his comments. I mean, I'm sorry. Does it not make sense to you guys that Tuchel got a red card and Conte got a red card? But Conte is going to continue to be on the touchline for Tottenham, but Tuchel has to serve a 1-game suspension. What was the point of them getting red cards? What? Did Anthony Taylor rescind that red card for Conte, but not Tuchel? Is that what they did? Is that what they're keeping a secret? Because that's the only explanation that I could possibly have for why Conte is not given 1 touchline ban, one game suspension. Why? It's not making sense. Agendas. Apparently, Tuchel instigated it all, even though Conte's the one that literally went up to his face, to his touchline when Tottenham equalised. But no, guys. Tuchel instigated it all, apparently. Whatever. And as well as that, Koulibaly's out as well. He got the red card against Leeds. So yeah, he's not going to be available for this game. I think Bro is back from injury as well, so that's good to see. We'll see if he gets some minutes tomorrow. Doubt he'll start, but we'll see if he gets minutes tomorrow. And yeah, in terms of starting 11, look, guys, I think in goal, I'm gonna tell you guys what I think Thomas Tuchel's gonna do tomorrow. Compared to what I would do, because there's many things I would change in this team, in my opinion. But I'm not the manager. Tuchel is. So what can I do? I'm just here to give my opinion, guys, and so are you. So yeah, in terms of in goal, Edouard Mendy, fix up. You need to fix up, man. This has been 6 months of crap. If in fact it's been more than that. Like I said, ever since AFCON, you've been terrible. You've been absolutely terrible on the ball. Your shot stopping. Just most things about you. You know, even man nowadays, he can't even command his box as good as he was a year ago. What's going on? What's going on? He needs to sort himself out. He needs to step up, man, and he needs to just be better overall. So hopefully he does. Otherwise, a man might have to humble you and play Kepa. He might need to be humbled and play Kepa. And I hate saying that about Mendy, because Mendy, to me, would be one of the most humble players in our dressing room. One of the most humble, considering he doesn't earn that much money. He's one of our lowest earners. And on top of that, his journey as well to get to this stage of his life and his career. I would think to myself, man is humble. But is he? In terms of like, oh yeah, I'm number one, and no matter what I do, Kepa's never going to get in ahead of me. If that's what he's thinking, man might have to be humbled. But I think Thomas Tuchel's going to play him tomorrow. And yeah, it is what it is. I would probably play him tomorrow too, just to be like, okay, this is it now. Like, you need to step up. Otherwise, Kepa can just come into the team. Anyway, the back three that Tuchel, I think, will pick will be Thiago Silva in the middle, Azpilicueta right centre back, and Cucurella left centre back. My concern with that back three is simply height. Leicester do have a bit of height and the lack of pace as well. If Vardy gets in behind, it's toast, guys. I'll be honest with you. And I think that's probably one of the things Leicester will do to maybe try win this game, maybe try get a draw at this game. Use Vardy on the counter-attack. I've heard that Maddison will not be available for tomorrow, so I guess that weakens them a little bit. He did score against us last season with a really, really good goal. So if he's out, then I guess it won't help Vardy that much, because I think the quality after Maddison in terms of the way Leicester play and, in terms of the 10s and the guys that are around Vardy, I think they're not as good, obviously. So I think that could help us. But I am worried about the lack of pace. Silva and Azpilicueta are slow as hell. And Cucurella is not the fastest. He's quick enough, but he's not the fastest. And as well as that height as well. If Johnny Evans maybe, gets a header in, or Ndidi, or Amate, or someone like that, who knows, for tomorrow. But yeah, that's the three I'd play. We have no choice. Trevor Chalobah looks like he's going to go to RB Leipzig. As Plettigol, the same source who said Timo Werner was the first source to say, Plettigol was pretty much the first source to say that Timo Werner to Leipzig was getting closer and closer, and that deal was going to get done. That same source has now said Trevor Chalobah to Leipzig is looking like it's hot at the minute. It's looking like negotiations are happening, talks are happening, and that means Wesley Fofana must be close to a move to Chelsea, because we can't be letting go of Chalobah unless, you get me, like Wesley Fofana literally comes in. And it's been said that if Wesley comes in, Trevor's going to go anyway. So if Trevor's close to moving away from Chelsea and Fofana's close to joining, I can't see how we'd risk Chalobah by playing him tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be Azpilicueta probably. Right wing back, Reece James, man. You have to be Reece James. It has to be Reece James. It has to be. And I think he is going to put him there finally. Unless he overthinks again and puts Reece James as the right centre-back. If he puts Reece James as the right centre-back and Ruben as a right wing-back, do not be surprised. I'll be pissed, but don't be surprised, guys. That's all I'm saying. But I think he's going to put Reece James at right wing-back, surely. I think Ben Chilwell will be the left wing-back as well for Thomas Tuchel's side. In terms of the midfield, I think Jorginho will play. And the other position is actually quite difficult. Is he going to give Gallagher another chance? Or is he going to just put Ruben in there? Personally, I think he's going to put Ruben in there. He must have seen Gallagher's performance and thought, nah. Tuchel surely now thinks, okay, if we're going to play Gallagher, he has to be further forward, probably, where Mason Mount plays or something like that. He cannot play in a double pivot, bro. He does not have the fundamentals, the basics to play in a position like that, especially next to Jorginho, where they don't have a relationship. At least Ruben and Jorginho have some sort of a relationship. When Jorginho's on that pitch, he needs to be next to someone he's played with before and has a decent relationship with. That's why him and Kante are so good. That's why him and Kovacic are so good. That's why him and Ruben have been decent at times. So for me, play Jorginho and Ruben. It'll help Jorginho a lot. He knows Ruben's game. He knows his game. It's not the same with Gallagher and Jorginho. It's as simple as that. Relationships are important in football, guys. On the pitch especially. So yeah, play those two. In terms of the front three, I think he's going to play the same front three. Havertz, Mount, Sterling. Interchangeable. One will be on the left, one will be on the right, one will be in the middle. It doesn't matter who will be. They're just all going to be interchangeable, it'll be fluid and all that nonsense. So yeah, that is the team that I think he'll play. Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Marco Corella, Ben Shaw is the left wing back, Reece James is the right wing back. I think he's going to play Ruben and Jorginho, surely, and he'll play Havertz, Mount, and Sterling as the front three. But don't be surprised, though, if you see a situation where if he's worried about height and pace, then he will put Reece James as the right centre-back, and he'll put Ruben as the right wing-back, and that means Gallagher will move into the double pivot. If it was down to me now, in terms of the team that I would like, I wouldn't change the back three that I would want to play, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Cucurella. I won't change the wing-backs either. I change the midfield and the attack. Personally, for me, if it was down to me, I would play Billy Gilmore or Ethan Ampadu in this game. Next to a Jorginho. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it right. You heard it right. I'd play one of those two. Billy more precisely because he can do the box-to-box role. And defensively he's better. And he has the simple fundamentals to play in that system. He's press resistant. He's good on the ball. He knows how Jorginho plays. Jorginho knows how he plays. They have good communication. It'd make a lot of sense as well. They're familiar with their game, unlike Jorginho and Gallagher. If it was Ampadu, it'd be a bit more defensive. Who would go forward out the two? So yeah, I'm not really sure about that. But if it was me, I'd play either Ampadu or Gilmore tomorrow in that double pivot. That's just my opinion, though, guys. And in terms of the front three, you may not like it, but look, at the end of the day, right? Pulisic's not been happy about his game time. The dad's been out here liking tweets, dissing Mason Mount, Havertz, and Tuchel. So you know what? All this talk about Pulisic all over social media, the Instagram post, which I don't know why that's a big deal to people. There's things with his dad. Play him tomorrow. Play Pulisic tomorrow. Play him alongside Sterling. And I would play Broha, but he just came back from injury. So you know what? Give Kai Havertz another round then. Give Kai another round. Because the guy needs to step up eventually. Drop Mason Mount. For me, drop Mason Mount. That's just my opinion. Do not shoot me, okay? I like Mason Mount. Before people come at me, I like him. But for tomorrow, play Pulisic. Play Sterling. Play Havertz. First of all, I'd like to see how Pulisic and Sterling work. I think on paper, in terms of their game, I think they could complement each other potentially. So I want to see what that's like from the second we begin the game, not when Pulisic's on, when we're losing the damn game, or not when he's on, when we've got 6 minutes to go. That's useless. I want him from the beginning. And plus all this talk on him as well. What can he do then? All right, Pulisic, show us. Do something tomorrow. You want to play? All right, here you go. Here's your chance then. Show me what you can do. Show Tuchel what you can do. Show the fan base what you can do. Because I know you can do something. You just have to prove to everyone else. I know your talent. Just everyone else is doubting you. So let me see sign. Let everyone see sign, innit? And Havertz needs to show sign as well. So those are the minor changes I would personally make. So yeah, that's just me, guys. In terms of score prediction, I'm gonna go with it's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with a 3-1 Chelsea win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Chelsea win. I feel like Leicester will score maybe off like a Jamie Vardy counter-attack or something, and they might go 1-0 up or something, and then we'll just blitz them away, hopefully. But if if we go 1-0 down, we probably won't win though, will we? When we go 1-0 down, we normally don't win, so, because normally the team just sits back, and all of a sudden we can't even break them down, so, yeah. I don't know, guys. It looks like we will win tomorrow. I think we will. Leicester are not in good form. They're in turmoil. They're leaking goals everywhere. And yeah, we just need to win, proper performance, and get out of there as soon as possible. And hopefully, we get the 3 points. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow my social media down below. I'm sorry, but this is my longest video I've ever done for a preview as well, which is kind of mad. But it is what it is, guys. This is content I want to give to you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Love, peace, and guidance.